You guys get sick and tired of seeing my same exact face in the same exact place all the time? Because I know I do. Anyway, heading home from work. Hooray! No more work for the week, except for I have tons and tons of homework. But still, whatever. Anyway, I want to talk about this really cool thing that I saw yesterday from a vlogger. He's not really my friend. He's not anything. I just watch him. I'm retarded. But I was watching Johny Green yesterday, and he did a video about doing pranking. And if you want to, check out the video, link, check it out. I think you guys should watch it. It was really, really hilarious. But this idea of, instead of TPing somebody's house with toilet paper, you Tootsie Pop them. This whole idea about positive pranking as opposed to negative pranking, because whenever you're pranking somebody, you're always, having a laugh at someone else's expense. You're either tripping them or TPing their house or ding-dong ditching or whatever it is you want to say that you've done. And I thought it was a really interesting idea to do positive pranking. I'd never really thought about it before, and I don't think anyone's done it before really or anything. I don't know. I feel like I'm really sounding like a moron. But I thought it was a really cool idea of taking something that's really super uber negative and making it into something positive, and to see what reactions people around have. Because I imagine if you're, you're just at home, hear your doorbell ring, and you go up and there's no one there, but there's a bag of Tootsie Pops on it with a note, you're gonna be a little bit hesitant. And I just thought how cool that would be. What am I shooting? I just thought it would be cool to try that, because I don't know, I think it's really, I was talking, this really equates to what I was talking about yesterday about how we're these consumers and we don't, interact anymore. We only care about the object, and it's really, really hurtful to society. And we know we need things that bring us back together as people, as human beings, not as these objects that obtain other objects, and that we ourselves are objectifying each other as things that we can possess. And I think it was really cool that he did this. I know that it wasn't his original idea. He got it from, oh my gosh, I can't remember, but the link's in his video. I'm not even going to go find it because I'm too lazy. But I just think it's so interesting that we don't do this kind of stuff anymore for people. I think about when, the 50s and Halloween, and you didn't, it wasn't just this bags of arbitrary candy or anything like that. It was, you get candy apples or homemade popcorn balls, or, it's all homemade stuff. And nowadays, you don't want that because you don't trust your next door neighbor because they put heroin in it or whatever, or razor blades for your kids. And it's really sad that we've fallen into this state of distrust and isolation from each other, and that's become not only the norm, but okay, and people are actually happier that way. And I think that's really disappointing that we are like that. I mean, even look at the way the work is. You go to work, and instead of it being a bunch of secretaries at desks, it's a bunch of people in little cubes, separated off from each other, sitting literally 3 feet from each other, and they have this divider so they can't speak to each other and they can't know each other or anything. And I think that's really, really sad and pathetic, and says a lot about our society. And I'm sure other, countries have the same type of things. I mean, The Office was created in Europe originally, but I just think that that's important. Here comes a popo. Okay, for a second, I thought it was a cop, and then I thought it wasn't a cop, and then it turned out it was a cop, so I'm glad I turned the camera off. He was right behind me, and it looked like he was flashing lights, but he wasn't. Anyway, I totally forgot what I was talking about. Oh, it's how that we're, so separated from each other, and that we live in this world. I mean, we live in such close proximities to each other. We live, a lot of people live in the suburbs, or I should say a lot, but really a lot of people live in the city, and they live in these apartment complexes with hundreds and up to thousands of people. And like, for instance, the wife and I have no idea who lives above us and who lives next to us on either side. I don't know anybody at our complex, except for one couple. It's because they go to the same church as us, but we don't know anybody that lives where we live, and there are a ton of people there, and we've never introduced ourselves, and no one's ever introduced themselves to us, and it's just, I don't care about them, they don't care about us, and we all live happy lives of this isolation, and it's really disturbing. And so I like this idea of the positive pranking, that you go around and just show other people that people care about each other, regardless of knowing each other, and that we care, not because necessarily that I have some vested interest in you emotionally because I've spent time with you, but that because you're a human being and I'm a human being, that we care that each other exists, because we're not animals. I mean, we are, but we want to be more than just animals, and that's just the whole part of the human condition, is becoming better than who we are. And I feel like over the last hundreds of years of history, we've become worse and worse. People probably say we become better because we have cars and we have skyscrapers and we have all this money and wealth and things and cell phones and iPads and that's what I think of that. That doesn't make us better. That might make us more advanced technologically, but that doesn't make us more advanced as people and as humans, which is not what I think, but what is most important is becoming better human beings to each other. And so, positive pranking. I want you guys to try it. I'm going to try it hopefully soon, and I will film that for you guys. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I really want to try doing something else if I can get the wife in on it with me. So, try to go do some good for people you don't know and not people you do know. I mean, do good for people you do know too, obviously, but do something good for somebody else and let me know about it in comments. Alright, well, I'm almost home now. I'm going to go see the wife. I'm going to do some good there too. Peace out.